seems a bit scary to be walking around in the corridors and going down and sitting meals alongside, Darren Fletcher and the likes. There's so many good players in that room, and there's still a big kid in me really that's just in awe, and my jaw's dropping at the sight of being around a few of these good players.
Can you describe the moment you got the call from Craig Levine, or when you found out that you were going to be a part of the squad?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was. I think a few people knew before I did. Certainly, the manager at Huddersfield did, and he was doing a team talk and kind of announced it then in front of all my colleagues and all the players at Huddersfield. So instantly, very very shocked but very happy at the same time, and all the players at Huddersfield and staff and what have you came around, gave me a hug, and I think kind of they knew what it meant more than I did really.
Obviously, there's been talk of you possibly representing England in the future. Was that a difficulty when it came to answering the call from Scotland?
No, not at all. Something that never even came into my mind. I've always felt Scottish, and even when the ruling wasn't around, sort of 2 years ago, I was always asking questions and always trying to find a way to get in the Scotland team and searching up the family tree and what have you. So, I've always cherished the memories and my schooling times of being in Scotland. So, the question of whether I would switch never came into my mind.
Your manager was suggesting it though. Lee Clark was saying, "Oh, you might get swung and go to England, and they might tap him up." Was he just mischief making that?
He might have been. He might have been wanting to get me to play for England like he did, but I'm certainly set in my ways, and yeah, absolutely.
What does your dad think about it?
Delighted. He came up to Scotland and spent I think it was 10 or 11 great seasons up here, and obviously has a lot of Scottish friends, and both my brother and sister are Scottish born, so. In terms of my mum and dad and what they think, they've raised a Scottish family, and I'm just grateful and glad to be part of the Scottish squad and going out to Cyprus. It's fantastic.
Craig has told us obviously if you're involved on Friday, then you'll head over to join the 21s as well. Have you thought about that game at all, or are you hopeful that you'll get involved on Friday and maybe kick on to Monday to the qualifier?
Oh, I'm not thinking about the game at all, really. The Holland game's definitely, what I'm going to do. It's in my mind, it's set in stone. I'm delighted to come over here and spend some time with the squad. Whether I'm involved in the game or not on Friday nights would be great, would be fantastic. But in terms of my development and where I am now, my aims and my focuses are certainly set on the under-21s and a good campaign that we've got at the moment, and Holland, who've won all the games in the group, are going to be a real tough test, and it's going to be up to us to work as hard as we can and play and try and do the best we can really to try and stop them.
How would you sum up your season so far?
Well, it's on a personal note. I've scored a couple of goals, which has been nice. Maybe should have a few more, but I would always be trying to better myself and try and do the best I can. I don't want to get above myself and think I've always got to be trying to work on something or aim towards the next goal and go from there really.
Did you explain that such a magnificent run with 13 and 5 games or something like that? What was there something different about that time? Was it just confidence? It just seemed to you knew you were going to score before you hit the ball. Was that the way you felt?
No, not really. I mean, I've had a couple of questions that have said that before, and I wouldn't say anything about me changed, or I'm the same person both on and off the field. I try and do my best in training and work as hard as I can, and off the field I try and do the things that try and benefit me on the field. So, in terms of the run, it just sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't, and unfortunately they did. But looking forward to the next few games that I've got up ahead of me, and I'll try and do my best in them. And if one goes in, then I'll be delighted and a much happier man than I am now.
You mentioned if you can play against Holland, is that kind of the best of both worlds for you to come here and be part of the main squad and still play in that, because it's an important game for under 21s. If you want to qualify, you have to take something from there.
Yeah, I don't think that game will be the be all and end all. I don't think if we lose it, we'll be out. If we win it, we're through, type of thing. There's still a lot of hard work to be done. But looking forward to the next game, just taking one game at a time. We'll try and do as best in that game, and we'll try and work as hard as we can, and hopefully going over there, which will be a tough game. Any international games, very tough away from home. Going over there, if we get a result, then I think it'll be one to cherish.
You mentioned your brother and sisters, Scottish brother. What's their reaction to you getting the call up?
Yeah, obviously delighted. They've always been around and very supportive of their older brother. Going away from home and playing me football, and now, which has happened also quickly, being part of the Scottish squad. So, if anything, having them around and having them, their support, and that's what it's all about. I try and go on the field and do them proud and do my family proud.
Is this potentially a good game to be involved in, because Cyprus are not? Well, we speak to Craig there. He made his debut against Brazil, which is a big step up. But is this a kind of good game, a good level that you could, if you do get involved, make an impact?
I don't know. You'll have to decide that one. Any international game and any game that I'll play and I'll take. To be honest, it's something I've never really thought about. I've never really, until these last 6 months, even being picked for the 21s. It's all happened so quickly. So just to be here, just to be a part of it. I'm not even thinking about the game or coming on. It's just a matter of getting through each training session and seeing what each player's like, and just taking in the moments, really.
What can you learn from someone like Kenny Miller, who's got over 50 caps, been playing for Scotland for a decade, or Dan Fletcher, who you mentioned?
Lots, to be honest. They've been around for so long, like you mentioned, and scored goals, and week in, week out, play at the top of their game. And I think it's good for somebody young like myself to see what they're doing week in, day out, on a training field, and how they go about their business to prepare for a game. And it's not just them two. There's fantastic football, Premiership footballers, SPL footballers in there, and there's me from League One, which is no disrespect to League One, but they're fantastic footballers and world famous. So just to be sharing the same training field as them is a dream come true.
Is it important you don't get overawed by this?
I don't know what the answer to that is, to be honest. I'm just in training every day and training with them. There's some fantastic footballers out there, and if I can learn a few bits every day, moments at a time, then hopefully I'll be better. I'll be a stronger person going back into Huddersfield and preparing for what is a big season with them.
So the manager's been saying that he's trying to develop a club feeling and a club spirit to the squad. You mentioned you're kind of still half sure that you're amongst all these players, but have they come up towards you and made you feel welcome and helped you kind of adapt to the situation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm quite quiet as a person, both on and off the field, I would say, and I would certainly feel like that. They are fantastic footballers, but they could be even nicer people, if that makes sense. And just to talk to them, it might not be even about football. It might be whereabouts you live in, or your background, or whatever it is. What a nice bunch of guys, and not one of them. I wouldn't have a bad word to say about them. So that's it's made me feel really at home and really welcome within the squad.
And the manager, what do you make of him? Has he taken you aside yet, John, for a quick word, or what's his advice been to you so far, or has that maybe not happened yet?
No, I think all of the coaching staff have done that. They've all come and had a word and put your arm around you, and likewise, I just said it might not even be about football. It might be someone they know at Huddersfield at my club level, or someone that's associated with someone. So it's great that they've taken the time out of the day to come and talk to me and make me feel at home. And I'll cherish these memories for years to come.